What's up, YouTube? Midnitekrawlr back up in this piece, and it's that time for another picked up and watched video. I got a nice stack of flicks to share with you guys, and as always, if you want to know my personal rating for each film, check out the description below. All right, first up, we have a nice little bundle courtesy of my homie on Instagram. I love the films. He hooked me up with a copy of Chuck Norris in Silent Rage from 1982. Now, this is a first-time watch for me. Always wanted to check this out, and it did not disappoint one bit. Seeing Chuck in a horror movie, it's pretty awesome. Now, this has some slasher elements, so if you're into that, definitely check this out. Mill Creek Blu-ray, but I believe this is streaming for free on Tubi, so give it a watch, guys. Pretty awesome. All right, next up, we have VFW, a Joe Begos film. Now, he is a director I discovered when I first watched Bliss, and I absolutely loved it. And VFW is no exception as well. Another badass film starring a badass cast, as you can see on the cover and on the back. It does get violent and gory, and that's an absolute blast, man. Definitely be on the lookout at your local Dollar Tree. You might find this guy, and just happy to add this to the collection. Absolutely love it. And finally, from that bundle, we have Sylvester Stallone in Cobra. Now, I was shocked to discover that this was a first-time watch for me. But hey, it's all good. I absolutely love this flick. Some canon goodness right here, and it definitely has some horror vibes as it deals with a killer cult. But yeah, Cobra, very happy to finally watch it. And a nice little bundle courtesy of I Love the Films on Instagram. All right, let's jump into a pickup courtesy of Amy's Autopsy Report, who we all love to watch here on YouTube. We have Phil Herman's Before I Die. A fun little anthology courtesy of Sleazebox, who released this a few years ago. And I gotta say, out of the 3 stories in this anthology, the first one is the best, as it stars Catherine Wincoop playing a succubus. And it does get a little cheesy, but man, it's a lot of fun. Now, the other 2, sadly, aren't up to that level, but regardless, I'm really happy to finally get to watch this, and thank you, Amy, for the copy. All right, let's jump into 2 pawn shop pickups. First up, we have the Blu-ray of Pet Sematary, the OG. And man, this gets better the more I watch it. The transfer is pretty nice as well. And what's really cool is that all the special features from the old DVD are included in this Blu-ray, as well as some new ones. So yeah, no need to keep the DVD. Pass it on to my sister. Keeping this blue. Awesome stuff. Rachel. All right. Another Blu-ray from the pawn shop. It's Cabin Fever, Patient Zero, a Blu-ray, or so I thought. Upon further inspection, right before this video, I found out I was watching the DVD all along. Man, I got hoodwinked. It's all good. No big deal, but Cabin Fever, Patient Zero, a lot of fun. Vomit spewing, flesh ripping, dildo face smashing. You gotta love it. Some excellent gore in this. Not the best, but man, I do love the Cabin Fever series, minus the unnecessary remake. All right, guys, I do have 2 Dollar Tree pickups. First up, we have Wolves. I love some werewolf horror, and I thought Jason Momoa in the cast gave this some more credibility, gave it a shot, and man, it didn't disappoint one bit. I like the werewolf effects. Some is practical, some not, but good little mishmash. And this film doesn't take itself too seriously as well, as it is a bit cheesy and over the top and some fun gore. So yeah, Wolves, nice little surprise here. Definitely be on the lookout for this one, guys. And the second Dollar Tree pickup, it's going to be Memory, The Origins of Alien. A fun little documentary that I caught on Netflix a couple years ago, but this was a worthy revisit, as I absolutely love the Alien franchise. And especially the parts in this doc when they talk about Dan O'Bannon, and of course, the man himself, the legend, H.R. Giger. Now, speaking of H.R. Giger, I did pick up this awesome Species official movie magazine by Fangoria at Half Price Books. And I have not got around to reading it all, but I do want to share with you guys a fun little article about H.R. Giger's Surreal Visionary. And it's pretty meaty, guys. A few pages long, but just want to share that with you guys. That was a recent pickup, and it was only $1. So how could I say no? All right, let's jump into a Big Lots horror pickup, and that's going to be Bad Blood, a Tartan video release. Now, you know, these are like $3 or less, so you got to give it a shot. And sadly, this one fell short. Bad Blood is a bit of a slow burn. Portuguese horror. And yeah, just did not do it for me, guys. So I will be putting this one in the purge stack. But hey, regardless, I gave it a shot. That's all that matters. Bad Blood. All right, let's transition into the non-horror next. And we have a documentary, courtesy of Shelby McIntyre, a good friend and also the owner of Viper Video in Tampa, Strip Club King, the story of Joe Redner. Now, this is a doc about the Mons Venus Strip Club, the man behind it, Joe Redner, his rise to fame, his notoriety, and his jump into politics as well. Very cool stuff, as I'd never heard of that strip club or the man. And very informative and just lots of fun, man. Lots of good interviews in this. I really like documentaries, so this was right up my alley. Thanks again, Shelby, for that. All right, next two pickups are courtesy of my Instagram buddy, MadInDVD78. He hooked me up with a copy of Midnight Express 20th Anniversary Edition, a first-time watch for me, and man, this was badass. This guy gets busted in Turkey for drugs, and now he has to do time in a Turkish prison. An excellent cast. Randy Quaid, John Hurt, a descent into madness. Absolutely dug it, man. Good stuff. And he also hooked me up with a copy of El Mariachi, a Robert Rodriguez film, his first one, and one I've seen several times but did not own. And this was a fun revisit. I think it still holds up. And yeah, man, I really enjoyed this. Thanks again to my homie Marco. Appreciate that, man. All right, we do have another Dollar Tree pickup in the non-horror section, and it's going to be Breakin, an 80s classic, another canon flick. And you got to love these, man. They just transport you back to a different time, a fun era. Lots of nostalgia here, guys. Good times all around. And you got to love that Jean-Claude Van Damme cameo where he's dancing in the background, absolutely trying to steal the show. So much fun. Breakin. And finally, we do have a thrift store pickup. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. Now, a lot of people don't care for this one. It does get a bit silly with Shia LaBeouf swinging on trees with monkeys. But man, I'm a sucker for this flick. It just has a place in my heart. But that's going to be it, guys, for the Picked Up and Watch video for March. I will be back soon with part 2 of my comedy collection. So be on the lookout for that. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.